Hey, welcome back. Thanks again for coming. Again, my name is Arthur Lyle, and right here we're going to talk about the should I keep my own books? As a business, you have to know the numbers. I think we talked about this in one of the previous modules, but we're going to go in details about some of the things that you can do, some of the shortcuts on how you can keep your own books. And should you keep your own books? So there's a couple different things that I would recommend. Well, first and foremost, what does it mean to keep your own books? Because you may or may not know what that means. Bookkeeping, your accounting, your own information as far as your money, how it works, and all those things. But by now you should kind of already have an idea of knowing your numbers, because we did a little bit about budgeting. We talked about the financial operations. We talked about the Dora's secrets for savings and budgeting. So, and then we also did the organizational skills as far as expenses and profits. So, and also you have other resources in this course that allow you to have. I think there should be like a spreadsheet, and if there isn't, I'll make sure that I put a link in there. And maybe I'll do it at the end of this video. I'll put a link there so you can have resources to where you are able to see your numbers and you can manage them, by utilizing a system. You can do it by yourself, or you can, invest in the software. There's many different things out there. So right now I'm going to talk a little bit about some of those different softwares that are available for you. Some free, some paid, and yeah. So let's dive right in. So first and foremost, should you keep your own books? In my personal opinion, I would say no. I would say no, you shouldn't do your own books. Yes, you may be an accountant, you may be really good at math, but to be honest, completely honest, if you're a professional, I think it's great to understand your books. I think it's amazing that you know how to do your books, but I think it's more for me, and again, you do what you choose. But for me, I think it's more important that you let someone else do your books. I think that, since you're the professional, as a professional business owner, I think that you should also let another professional business owner that actually does taxes, they actually do those numbers, they actually do bookkeeping. I think you should allow them to do it. Now, can you do it yourself? Yes, indeed. In fact, there are, like I said, there's software out there that's available to you that you can do those with. Some of my favorites, and I'll list them, is QuickBooks, Quicken, and Mint. Those are my top three that I've personally finagled and played with and worked with. So my personal favorite is QuickBooks. I think it's a little bit more expensive. I think the service that I use is $39.99 a month. You can buy that service, and it could be Apple or Android or whatever you have. Then you got Quicken, which is a good one as well. A lot of people use Quicken, and then Mint. Mint is usually, from my understanding, I think it's a free version. So you can get in there using Mint, and you can learn a lot and just kind of play with it and kind of figure out what works, what doesn't work, and it still does the job. So that's amazing things that these tools that we have now, and I'm sure there are others, especially if you can look in your app store with, or Google Play Store and find many and plenty, I'm sure. But those are the most common ones that are out, and I suggest that you do get a little understanding of them. It gives you understanding of the bookkeeping and things like that, and how you should keep your books, and what, learning a little bit about the balance sheets and profit and loss accounts and things like that, and accounts receivables and things like that. So that helps move the needle for your business. I think I spoke a little bit earlier in one of the previous videos. It said that you want to know the numbers, and that Warren Buffett said if you don't know your numbers, then you don't even really come talk to him, because he wants you to know the numbers, because that's what you do. Your business, you got to know your numbers. So I would encourage you to learn your numbers. Now, what are some of the other things that you can do? What I would suggest is hire a bookkeeper. Hire somebody that that you can do, and you can find somebody that's not so expensive. One of the great suggestions that I always say to people is find a friend. We have in-house clients, so you can probably find a client that possibly would exchange a few haircuts or hair services, for some bookkeeping a month. You can barter it out. You can probably find a student that's in college. Maybe they're just about to graduate, or something like that. Things like that. You can find somebody that just kind of started to where they just need to get their clients up. So there's a couple of different options that you can go, or you can just go all the way out and just get an expensive professional, because they're going to actually save you more money in the long run. They're going to teach you and tell you more about how you can save money on your taxes, how you can write off certain things and what it is to be writing off things. especially considering like all the other mechanics that you might be interested in doing, like LLC and S corporations, and so all those different write-offs, because you want to keep all your receipts. And keeping your receipts and having a management system that allows you to maximize your bottom dollar and get a return on your investment. Remember, that's what we're talking about, getting a return. And you might not know all of those laws. And honestly, depending on where you're at in the world, depending on what the laws are at this present time, things are constantly changing. And if you're not updated with what's changing in your world, that you might be missing out on some opportunities to save money and make money. And I would encourage you to, that's what we're here for. We're here to make an impact and make money, make a profit. So I would encourage you to, invest in somebody that can help you make more money, save more money, and invest more money. And then again, you might not know a lot of the things about Uncle Sam and how to file taxes as a business owner, especially an LLC or even a sole proprietor. That particular bookkeeper or CPA does. And that's what's important. To second that, I think having a lawyer would be also wise. Those, to me, I think are the two people that you really want to outsource for the most part. Your money and your protection. You want to make sure that you're protected. You want to make sure that your money is cycling, because again, remember I said before that I want you to be the master of money, not money master you. So if you can be the master of money, get around people that know how to financially make money work, and then money will flow to you easily and abundantly and frequently if you do that and become the master of money and love on people but use money. Okay, don't you love money and use people. I think that's the difference. So if you got any other questions, I think I pretty much wrapped it up as far as should I do my own books and what that consists of. Now, if you want a little bit more in detail, I think I will put some additional resources on how you can, follow through with that. Instead, in the 21st century, I think one of the things that goes by the wayside is how to keep up and manage with your books. So I remember years ago, I used to keep all of my receipts in a shoebox because everything was cash. So I want to tell you a quick secret on how you can switch that. So if you go outside to your bank and get a debit card with your business name on it, okay? And that can be John's Barber's Parlor, So John's Barber Parlor has a bank account with that name on it, and only spend business things on that card. Not your personal things, only spend business things. But here's the thing, 90% of the things that you're spending is for your business. So that's the catch-22. You are the business. So, there are some things that you can't, write off depending on how you're set up, whether you're LLC, S Corp, or sole proprietor. That plays a part. But so that's why I say I think you should look into like where do you set up, how are you set up, what type of protection that you have. But it is still important, no matter which one of those that you fall under, to have a business account that allows you to have, a credit card or a debit card or of some sort that you can utilize. But here's the thing, everything that you spend on it, you can print out at the end of each month, you can print off all your transactions. And by you print off all your transactions, you have an ongoing count of your receipts. You don't have to keep receipts in your shoebox no more. Those days are done. You have an ongoing account in your receipts. And then if you are using QuickBooks or Quicken, you can easily have it filed in your QuickBooks because you have your card linked to your QuickBooks account or your Quicken account, and that's what you could send to your CPA to help them to keep your costs down. So there's a couple of different tricks that you can do that I would recommend you doing. So linking things up and using the cloud, and it allows you to have that information safe and send it straight to your CPA or your accounting, the bookkeeper. That alone will keep your costs down. Trust me, because there was a time where I wasn't doing that, and I had to send all of my information manually. I had all of my receipts just in an envelope, and I had some that was on my credit card, but I wasn't diligent about swiping the card only for the business. So they had to go through each one line by line by line by line by line from January to December, line by line by line, and making sure like, okay, this is personal, this is business, this is personal, this is business, this is personal, this is business. And they had to decipher the two. And then I filed my taxes on my business. Then I had to do a personal return. So out because the way I was set up, so that being like that, guess what's going to happen? Your ticket is going to go up because you're giving them more work. So I learned the hard way, and I'm going to share with you that you don't have to. Hey, listen, this is the secret. Everybody is self-made, but only the successful people will admit it. So what are you admitting to, baby? Let's get to the top, okay? If you got any more questions, make sure you answer these questions. Unlock this video. We're going to the next one. The questions will be below. And if you got any more questions, make sure you join our Facebook group or connect with me on social media. And I'll see you at the top. Peace and love.